Howdy, Mrs. Cordy's class. Mr. Mark's back again. I found a book in my collection that really speaks to our reptile work this last week, so I thought I'd send you a bonus. I hope you enjoy it. It's called Miles and Miles of Reptiles. Miles and Miles of Reptiles by Tish Rabe. I'm the cat in the hat in my crocodile car. We're off to find reptiles wherever they are. We'll find lizards and turtles and travel for miles and see snakes, alligators, and real crocodiles. There are thousands of reptiles. I'll show some to you. Your mother will not mind at all if I do. Reptiles breathe air. Most lay eggs on land. Some slither, some swim, some run hot on the sand. Some reptiles have teeth. Some reptiles have tails. All reptiles have skin that is covered in scales. First, let's meet some lizards. Count them. You'll find more lizards than all reptiles combined. Lizards have eyelids that open and close. Most lizards you'll see on each foot have 5 toes. When lizards are hungry, some things that they eat are plants, insects, snails, and other types of meat. Look at that tongue. There are all kinds of lizards. Would you ever think there's a lizard that's known as a skink? There's a glass lizard. It looks like a snake, but to call it a snake, you would make a mistake. The world's biggest lizard here in our wagon, it can grow 10 feet long. It's called a Komodo dragon. Reptiles are cold-blooded, but I have been told that does not mean reptiles have blood that is cold. It means that their temperature changes a lot. They get cold when it's cold. They get hot when it's hot. How do lizards get warm? Why, thank you for asking. They lie in the sun, and that is called basking. Meet my friend, the chameleon. He's hiding right here. He changes his color when danger is near. When he's scared, he turns dark and he stays out of sight. But his colors turn bright when he's ready to fight. A chameleon's tail has a powerful grip. It holds onto things and so that it won't slip. One eye can look one way while one looks the other. One eye looks at me, one looks at my brother. On the Galapagos Islands, we'll see something new. Iguanas, they're lizards. Here's what they do. They swim in the waves, and when they are done, they crawl on the rocks and get warm in the sun. They have glands that strain salt from the salt water, and then they sneeze the salt out from their noses again. These lizards are geckos, aren't they pretty? They live in the desert, rainforest, and city. They have pads on our feet that are perfect for gripping. They can climb up a wall, even a glass window without slipping. Why are they named gecko? One thing I know, some chirp, some squeak, and it sounds like gecko. Come meet some snakes when they move on the ground. Their scales on their skin help them sliver around. A snake's jaw is loosely attached on each side, which means it can open its mouth very wide. A snake smells with its tongue. He's showing us now. See it flick in and out? He's smelling right now. Well, how do snakes avoid danger so they can survive? Here are some things that help make snakes stay alive. Snakes may have stripes, spots, or rings on their skin. They can hide in plain sight. Their skin helps them blend in. Some, like a vine snake, can fool you and me. It looks like a vine hanging down from a tree. If you hear a rattlesnake's tail start to rattle, it means I might bite you. So you better skedaddle. A cobra is a snake that's not very polite, and that is because of its poisonous bite. When it's angry, a cobra spreads out its big hood. If you see it, you'll know that things are not looking good. Its fangs hang from its jaw and punch holes in the skin. Then a poison called venom begins to flow in. Now meet the turtles. Each one has a shell. This hard shell protects it, and it does it quite well. Turtles heat up in a nice sunny spot, then slide into the water when they get a little too hot. Turtles are toothless, so they cannot chew. They swallow their food whole. That's all they can do. Here is a tortoise. I happen to know. This reptile eats grass and it moves very slow. It looks like a turtle, but I understand. A turtle lives in water, a tortoise lives on land. About the tortoise, I discovered one thing. Each year of its life, its shell grows a new ring. Turtles have 4 legs, but sea turtles like these have flippers to swim through the water with ease. It lays eggs on the land, and each mom somehow knows which beach she was hatched on, and that's where she goes. When the babies are hatched, the shells on their backs are so soft they are helpless if something attacks. We measured these babies. They're so very small. Their shells are just 3 inches long, and that's all. On the Florida coast, in a swamp or a lagoon, you might see a crocodile swimming by soon. Crocodiles have sharp teeth. They walk on 4 legs. Their feet have sharp claws. Their young hatch from eggs. There are crocs that can eat till they're filled up, and then it could be months, even years, before they need to eat again. Alligators and crocodiles look alike, as you see. That's because they belong to the same family. We looked at them closely, and here's what we saw. A gator's teeth hang over its lower jaw. They both live near water. These reptiles glide by swinging their tails powerfully side to side. If you look at their heads like we did side by side, a crocodile's head is thin and a gator's is rounder and wide. They mate in the water, then we understand the female comes out to lay eggs on the land. She digs up her nest, then she lays her eggs in it, laying 60 or so in about every minute. When the babies are hatched, this is how small they are. Each one weighs as much as Thing One's candy bar. Reptiles are everywhere. Just look, you might see one down on the ground or high up in a tree. They come in all shapes, all colors and sizes, and you will discover they are full of surprises. And that is the end. Look forward to seeing you next week, everybody. Have a great weekend. Take care. Bye.